Susan, I just wanted to give you a little quick video of how Roxy's doing. In hopes that whenever you can get down here, she's doing great. We've been taking her out on trails, just doing everything, anything and everything we can kind of do with her. Actually, me and Anna both have been riding her, just to get her in shape a little faster, get her doing more stuff with more people. Because we need to, she can do great for me, and but then we change people and we want to make sure she's still doing great. So Anna's been riding her. Just to give her a change up, Larry's also ridden her. Just to, trying to get as many people that we know that are good riders to ride her, so that way training doesn't deteriorate. But I've been riding her. Anna's been riding her pretty much every day. You can see we've gotten her pretty darn soft. I'm asking her to do a little shoulder in. Keeping her soft to the inside, asking her to cross both front and back. Now I'm asking her to take her off the rail, ask her to do a little turn on the forehand. She's taking the rear end around beautifully, giving me a big crossing. Now do turn on the haunches. I just gotta watch if I whip. Do turn on the haunches. Good girl. Not real clean yet, but very quiet, very trying to be as soft as she can. Plus, it doesn't help my whip's on the wrong side. Down on the forehand to this direction. Very light. She goes right off of my seat. I don't do a lot. If I want it tighter, I just ask for a little bit more. And see down there, she's kind of hit her spot. Okay, that's a little too tight for me. There, good girl. We got to be aware of what's too tight for her. Good. And see if we can get a couple beautiful steps and a couple not so beautiful steps. So we just got to work with what we have, and she's done. You can see she doesn't panic. It's a lot lighter. You don't see me kicking, flailing, or anything. And now we just do this little turn on the haunches. Now, she can do it fairly standing still. Just lift my outside rein, keep my outside shoulder, outside leg, just turn. Now it's more on the spot. I don't really like that. I like something with a little more forward motion, but she can do it on the spot. So that way you can open and shut gates. Now I do it with a little bit more forward motion. I'll ask her to turn around. Good. Now she did a little bit better moving off of the rear end instead of just planting the rear end. Always working on fault. Ooh. Hardly any range. She kind of goes right off my seat. I back up, lift my seat up. You can see she never puts anything in my hands. I just pick my reins up, close my fingers. I start walking back. She goes right with me as far as I want, and she stops. I don't want her racing back. You see she's doing nice, soft back up. She's looking at me, trying to figure out what I want her to do. I'm talking, so I'm not really riding. She's being a good girl. She's staying light on my reins. I can really let her, fairly loose, and she follows my seat. Almost to the buckle. I don't ride like this, but you can see she follows my seat. She can put her head down. She stays on the rail or wherever I ask her to go. I can ask her to do a light circle here to the center. I don't need a lot of contact. I have a little bit. There she's going against me. I'm just going to ask for a little bit more. She's following my seat all the way around. I don't, like I said, I don't ride like that, but I want to show that she doesn't speed up. She follows my seat fairly good. This is how I want to ride. I have a nice soft touch. Now when I do the turn, it's going to be, now I'm riding her forward into the bridle and asking her to turn. You can see it's much better. She just follows my seat. My hands are just there to help frame her to the left. I'm going to ask her to go up to a little bit of gait. Doesn't speed up, it stays at a fairly slow gait, because I know this is the kind of gait I want to go on a trail ride at. I ask her to stay soft to the inside rein. I'm going to ask her for a little more, probably more than you'd ever ask her for. Ask that rear end to move over just a little bit. And then I ride her down to walk. I say walk, ride her down. There she goes to walk very nicely. Hard to stay soft to my leg. Just ask her to, playing with this leg, just asking her to stay in that rib cage. So I'll reverse, close the fingers, Ride forward in the reverse. Ask her to bend in her rib cage. Stay soft. Ride forward. And go to the right. Ask her to go up to a nice slow gait. You know, not explosive. She just kind of goes to a nice slow little gait. Nothing fast, I just want something slow. Now her gait is even better out on the trail. It's a little rough in here. She's a little bit backed off. I don't want to push her too much. We're just working on getting her looser and looser in here. Now I ask her to halt. I say ho. I ask her to halt. She ran into my hands a little bit, so I'm just going to ask her to back up just a hair. I'm able to move her wherever I want. If I want that rear end a little bit more, I can ask for that rear end. If I want the shoulders a little bit. And you can see as we're going along, everything's getting a little bit smoother, a little bit softer. You know, she's just warming herself up. You know, her range just stay soft. She's following my feet. You know, I can kind of do whatever I need to do. You know, we've been working on different things, you know, making her more easy to move around. Like this, you know, I can go over here and open up this gate. I put her right up beside it. You know, I can easily, you know, open the gate. Slowly go through the gate. Grab the gate. I wish I could have held on to that, but that's okay. Up. I'm asking her to move that rear end over. Rear end over. Now lifting my leg. I don't want to fight over it. You know, because she's just going to get scared of the gate. And now I can easily shut it. Now I can open it again and I can do it a little differently. You know, backing through gates a little bit harder. Now there is rocks out here, so I gotta be aware of that. Not perfect, but hey, that's where, you know, that's where she's at. Enough I can do it, I can handle it. I can ask her to move her body around. And then we've also, you know, we showed you how we asked her to move over to the mounting block. I can get off of her. Here we can pretty much get off of her any way possible. You know, obviously this is stressful on her, otherwise she wouldn't be following. If I had to wait, not following.